Yo, what's up, guys? In this quick video, right this second, I'm going to be listing 5 things that have really been bothering the hell out of me about this new patch that has just come to Red Dead Online. I think that these might be some things that, are bothering other people as well. And so make sure to let me know what you guys think. And if you think that I'm hitting some key points or if I'm just flat out wrong. You'll have to make sure to let me know.
If you need
So,
a nice place to
anyways,
try on your clothes,
the first thing
my
I'm going to
changing
start
room
with
is available.
right off the bat is the content drip. We've been actually playing this game for several months now with 0 content. And so I think that it's kind of a slap in the face, just a little bit, that they're going to release not the biggest content patch. I don't think it's that huge. I thought it was pretty nice size when I thought that I was going to get all of it at once.
Shop. Buy from me, and you'll never
But
be
now we all
disappointed.
realize that it's actually a drip feed, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Some people might be actually confused as to why some of these items that have just been released are actually locked. So right off the bat, we have coming soon. We actually just waited all this time for this patch just to get coming soon. I actually feel like it was like a meme that was created by somebody as just a joke. So, along with all this clothing that you're going to see locked right now, I'm going to mention that there's other things that are also still coming soon. Like just about everything that they said that they were going to be releasing in this patch.
Well,
There was
you won't
actually
know
one
for sure
sentence
until you
in the
try it
patch
on.
notes or in the newswire notes, if you read closely, that said, look forward to weekly updates and promotions every week after the 26th, after this update drops. Well, what they actually meant by that was that they're going to release a bunch of content into the game. They're going to lock 75% of it, and then on a weekly basis, they're going to release a little bit more and a little bit more of it week by week. So
I stand behind
that covers the
everything I
Evans
sell in
repeater,
this place,
which
so
is
you
not
can
in the game
purchase
anymore.
with confidence.
It's not in the game right now. That covers the PvP showdown modes that were supposed to be released. That covers the free roam event
Your hat
that was
says a
supposed to
lot
be
about
released.
you.
I mean,
Make
there's really
sure it
not
says
that
the
much
right
that has
thing.
been released. Just about all of it is locked.
Did I interest you in trying that one on?
So,
All right then.
the drip
But
feed
if
really
there was
sucks, and I
anything
think
in
that
there
you guys
caught
might
your
agree.
eye,
Let's move on to the
it'll be
next
right
one. It's
here
going to
waiting
be
for you.
Deadeye, just in general. You actually haven't seen much. You know, there's a lot of angry people that are angry over this, but the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, it might bring a new skill gap to the game, which could be good for its growth. It could be a good positive thing. But
Morning, lady.
when they added Bloom to Deadeye, which is what I'm talking about, it completely made Deadeye. It's not Deadeye anymore. It should be called something else because it's not accurate at all. Okay, there's still major Bloom while in Deadeye. That completely negates the whole point of Deadeye. So, on top of that, they changed all these abilities that we have already spent all this money on. I've spent around 6K on abilities. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of them aren't even viable anymore because they either, for one, are glitched and not working. 2, they just outright serve no purpose because Deadeye, how it's been nerfed. So I'll show you this right here. Slow and Steady got completely gutted. It says a new description now, actually, and it's pretty damaging. It drains Deadeye every time you take damage, to the point of actually damaging your Deadeye core. So if you're using this ability now, you're going to notice that you're going to have cigars and all this other tobacco-related items in order to keep your Deadeye core above empty, because it drains your core. Also, even though the description says the same thing about damage, you're going to notice real quick that you're taking much more damage while in slow and steady. Regardless, the only thing that this card does now is it makes it to where do not kill you outright. That's just about the only difference. And also, it drains your Deadeye and your Deadeye core. So, I mean, this card is like, it's trash now. It's bad. Then you have other stuff that people are saying might be new meta because nobody can aim, so they're going to use Painted Black. So now we're being forced in to choose possible card variations like Painted Black because the aiming system has been jacked up so weird with all these Deadeye abilities that people are considering using Painted Black, which actually makes it to where you don't aim at all. You're not actually aiming. You're just like painting a target and you press R2 and the game aims for you. I don't want to be forced into using those kind of tactics. It's just not fun. So anyways, like half these abilities that I've been using are obsolete and pointless. And you're going to find yourself a lot of the times playing the game actually asking yourself why you're even going into Deadeye. You don't need to use Deadeye anymore. It's so borderline pointless and like completely serves no purpose. The boosts or the little like stat upgrades that you're going to get from it sometimes might not even work or doesn't work at all. The last thing I'll touch on is the anti-griefing measures before I go.
Is that weapon really
necessary? It does nothing. The bounty hunter system, it does nothing actually. The free roam maps now are just empty. They feel empty. But if you want to find people, you can find them and you can grief them. And when you do grief them, you're going to find out that you can actually grief them for about 30 minutes before the bounty hunters even start to show up. When the bounty hunters do show up, you're going to notice that there's only like 3 or 4 of them. And they're extremely easy to kill. And you can just go to the post office and pay your bounty off and start griefing the people again. And something else I noticed earlier is that if you kill somebody on their horse, it'll drop their deer right on the ground for you to have if they're red. And because they're red, it'll spawn them really far away from you. So, I mean, this like system that's been created for anti-griefing, it doesn't work at all. It's actually bad for both parties. That's the crazy thing about it. The anti-griefing measures, it's like a deterrent from like each other, but it's bad for both parties. So anyways, I'm going to end this clip right now. I know I've probably rambled on for a little bit, but I tried to touch on some of the things that are most important to me. And altogether, I just think the update, it's trash right now. It's major, it's a bad update. Like they're going to have to do a lot of work to change this and make people want to stay with the game, because this was like probably the worst thing they could have done. Just everything together on top of everything. They've screwed us over on giving us things to do. The dailies they gave us, they don't even work. There are no fishing competitions. It was like a huge clickbait from the get. And it just blows my mind away. And then on top of all that, they mess with the primary game mechanics and stuff like that. Like the game mechanics that could have made serious players or like long-term committed players that really love the game. Those were mechanics that could have kept us playing. But now you're messing with all these mechanics. You got people like us considering different games. I just don't think it's a healthy direction. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think. Let me know what I've missed in this video. Let me know everything that I haven't touched on. I know there's a ton of it. There's a ton of it. I'm just mentioning a couple of the things that bother me the most. And I don't even think that I got 5 things. I think that I only got to like 3 things. But those are like game-breaking issues. Let me know what you think, guys.